So you're considering maybe to build your own house, your own central heating, and you're thinking what stove and what system to choose and how to build it yourself and how does it actually work. In this video I'll put you through the most useful tips of how can you build your central heating in your own house. So let's start by looking at the radiator itself. So in short, this is a thermostat. It has like numbers 3, 4 and 5. 4 is keeps the room temperature to around 23 degrees, 5 to 28, 3 I guess was 18, so 23 is quite okay. So what it does, as soon there's like heat going through here, the room heat, as soon as it reaches a certain amount, the valve closes the hot water into it right there. So, and at the bottom is a resistor regulator. So what it means is if in your house you have tons of radiators and one of them is really far and the ones who are closer, the closer ones need to tighten this notch right here. So this radiator has larger resistance compared to the radiators maybe farther away, so the heat or the pressure through the radiators gets disturbed equally. So now let's get talking to how does the central system work. And keep in mind, my heating is not the a demo, and you should not keep my standards because heating safety is not at its top positional, top grade, but I can show you how it works and what you need to keep in mind. So first of all, burning wet material in biomass stove, like right here we have wood stove, you just put the firewood inside and it burns. So what does it mean is these stoves, which are central heating stoves, burn slowly. They don't burn very fast. Sometimes here is like a thermostat as well. If by any means the temperature gets higher than adjusted right here, but you only adjust it by using the thermometer right here, it starts closing the air valve at the bottom. So what it is the hotter the stove gets, the less air it will drag, the more smoke and moisture content from wet wood will start accumulating in the chimney. So the chimney will grow full with I don't know how you call it, soft black like fur from the inside. So eventually your chimney will be full with dirt. It will not have an airflow. Smoke will come inside your room, and it will end up causing fire risks. So these black things which grow inside the chimney, they can grow really fastly. If you put wet wood and this by accident closes maybe 3 times and the chimney is completely clogged. And if they start to burn, this chimney will get very, very hot, glowing hot. I have never had this experience, but I've studied this before. And you can have a chance of burning your house. So this is not the case study how you need to build your chimney, but I would recommend the chimney is heated, one pipe outside your house and straight up and heated. I mean isolated. So to protect it from large heat throwing out of the chimney and thus giving a chance so that your ceiling or your wall can start burning. I have a insulated wall connection there, so don't worry that much. But anyways, how can you avoid this is if by any chance the chimney starts burning, you need to have this one that on high heat it closes the air intake, so you have a chance that it will stop burning by itself because of the less air inside the system. So how can you overcome this one large issue is by having a accumulation cistern, like a large I don't know, just large tank of water or fluid, whatever. I have a large tank of fluid right here. I have like 1,000 liters. I'll show you right now in just a moment. I have 1,000 liters, and it's right here. I insulated in, and it has like a temperature inside. So normally there is a temperature issue with this because because the water in the system should not get above 1,000 degrees. I mean 100 degrees Celsius. So it starts boiling. The issue with this is to overcome higher temperatures you need to have better pipings. But you should not go more than 80 degrees, because the higher the temperature, the larger the pressure in the system. So you need to have also like a guarantee that you will not boil the water. In my case, this is 12 kilowatt stove. It's really difficult for it to actually boil the 1,000 liters. It's really difficult. In fact, it's really difficult to get even beyond 80 degrees, and I don't do that. It's even limited here to 90 degrees. So there is actually no point of getting more than 80 or 70 degrees, because you will spend lots of wood trying to reach that temperature. So so what you need to do is also, the only way you can overcome accidentally getting high 100 degrees and plus is by actually accidentally, if the water pump, the heat pump fails, so it will start boiling everything here. But if it does that, the valve will close it so it doesn't boil. So it will stop the burning process itself. So that's one thing. This is a safety issue here. So now the benefits of having like 1,000 liters of the tank, it accumulates heat, so you burn the wood, and when you wake up in the morning, it's still warm in your house. That's the one benefit. The second benefit is, just because it's heating up slowly, it needs, like, I need to burn this 5 times to get it from 30 to 80 degrees. That's a lot. You need to come and throw in again, and then come and throw in again. It also depends on the wood that you use. If you use pine, you definitely 5 times. But if you use OSB or different species of hardwood, it will maybe take you 3 times, maybe 2.5 times. So it depends on the temperature, because I was burning one tree and the chimney was glowing red. I was measuring the temperature of the chimney. Uh, 50. It's the screen is broken. It's Fahrenheit. Sorry, I don't know how to. Okay, this one. Okay, it shows 190 degrees, but I don't trust that. Yeah. So anyway, I was burning the different species wood, and it was glowing red. I just don't know how to call it. Different species. I don't know the names in English. So anyway, that's the second thing. So you need to have a tank. Tank will provide you that the wood can burn with a good airflow. A good airflow will cause nice heat inside oven. Nice heat will cause even better airflow, and the vapor from the wood will be all sucked out pretty nicely. If the valve closes, airflow less, burning less, smoke more, the chimney will be clogged and dirty from the inside, and you can start having risks of fire burns, chimney burns, I mean. So the next thing is, as I told you, this is a 12 kilowatt stove. It's a brand new one. I have it like from 1 year only. I need 5 times to heat up the house, the the tank to 80 degrees Celsius. So if you have 30 kilowatt of stove, you need it 2 times to heat it up pretty nicely. So, but then there is one risk that can start to happen, and the risk is if you by any chance, for me, by any chance, would be really difficult to heat this by accident, put too much wood inside, and it all of a sudden goes 80, 90, and 100. For me, it will be really difficult because this is only 12 kilowatt. It will go to 80, maybe 90, maybe 93, maybe 85 only. But if you have 30 kilowatts and you're like, oh, you didn't look at the temperature and you go away and you come back, it's 105 degrees, everything is boiling nearly, and the safety valve, you need this safety valve. If the pressure is above 3 atmospheres or something, it blows out the extend pressure. So anyway, if this starts boiling, the steam will go outside from the top. I made it to the top of the roof, so it doesn't explode. So yeah, so that will mean that if you have 30 kilowatts of stove, you can many times overheat it just by accidentally if you put it always full. So I would recommend some 20 kilowatt stove. That would be my recommendation for 1,000 liters of accumulation. So to summarize all of this, I want to tell you that accumulation tank gives you quality burning, temperature accumulation for so you don't need to burn that much, cleaner combustion, like cleaner burning process, cleaner chimney. Downsides, it costs more. In fact, even if you don't have the tank, you can easily overheat it just if you don't have where the excess heat to go. Like if you put full of this, you need, like, if you want to burn only full one stove, you need at least 200 or 300 liters of cold water. It nearly will boil them. So if you have like a system only 60 liters and you don't cool it anyway in any sense, it will start pouring steam outside of the system, so it could be really bad. So yeah, so the next thing is depending on your diameter of the pipes. I have really bad setup there. I don't want to show you this because I'm shy. There is a limited flow of water that can flow through because you have a weak heat pump, or the pipes are really narrow. So it's one or the other. So what it means is, for example, I'm using the pump at second gear and I'm having 70 degrees. If I'll turn it to third gear, it will use more electricity, but it will pump the water more freely through. It's not the water, it's like a special fluid with oiling and stuff like that, so it doesn't rust from the inside. So the lower the temperature, the better the burning and combustion will be. So if you have like a really nice stove, you need a really powerful piping and pump, so the liquids are being exchanged really fastly. Otherwise it will reach the maximum temperature here, although the tank there is like maybe 30 degrees, but it cannot put out that extensive amount of heat because it's already limiting to 80 degrees by the safety thermostat, and it's closing the valve, thus it's causing less airflow in the chimney. But in a way it could be more economical, but then you need much drier wood, like really high dried wood. So yeah, so and speaking about the setup, how do you set it up? I believe stove has to be as close as possible to the tank, with the most fattest, largest in diameter pipings, and you can put a normal heat pump there just to circulate the water there. And when you want to send the heat to your house, I think you need another smaller pump. So because if the stove stops pumping, there is like a heat regulator. I would also put it on the chimney when the fire is burning. Only then start the pump, because the system inside, as long as the pump is running, the system will be warm inside. So, but anyways, it's still good. It still works nicely, especially in the summer times when you don't heat the house too much. You put it inside the wood, it heats up, all is good, and the pump starts running and going, and everything's fine. So yeah, so, but in my setup I have like the heat pump is always turned on. It's always sending the water through from the stove to the tank, from the tank to all of those rooms, and through the boiler of the house. So yeah, if you, I think there are many other safety things that you can do, but I hope this gives you like a completely basic do-it-yourself things that you need to keep in mind, because when I started doing this, when I started installing all this, nobody actually could explain to me things that which I needed, which gave me, okay, I understand now, okay, these are the point things, and the rest, how you can, you know, connect the pipes, you know, the water pumps, heat pumps, how you connect them, it's up to you. In fact, I have a UPS at house, like a UPS system. So if electric goes away, I still have electricity, off-grid electricity for the pump and for my computer. And I want to show you another thing. Let's go. Let's throw in some wood. But the thing is, this right here is auto air release valve. So there is a thing when your house, when your system is full with air, it does not actually give heat to the radiators. Although it sounds strange, but it's true, and I have never understood why is it. So what you need to do is you need to have I recommend there, when you buy a radiator, on default there is like a small screw that you unscrew, the air goes out. But in my case, I like once a week, twice a week, sometimes once a month, I need to send the air out, and it takes a lot of time. But you just buy these and it happens automatically, so you don't need to worry that, hey, one of your radiator is full with air by any means, and who knows how, and you need to send air out and you're walking around. So it costs like €5, this auto air releaser, and it's perfect, and it saves you a lot of time, so you don't need to worry about those things. In my case, wood dries, if you're considering to asking how fast does wood dry, if you put it on top of the oven, really wet wood, it takes you around 3 days. Sometimes I put it near the radiator and it dries in 2 days, depends on the heat. So I always bring some wood inside so it dries, and then burn it. So I never take really wet wood and burn it instantly. I always let it for it to dry in the heated place.